Can a man truly love two women at the same time? And if he does, can he hurt one without eventually hurting them both? My name is Daniel. For years I believed I could keep two women in my heart. I was wrong, because in the end I lost both of them. And the worst part? Neither woman broke my heart. I broke theirs. This is my story. My name is Daniel. I was 32 years old when I met Emma. She worked in a small bookstore near my office. The first time I saw her, she was standing on a ladder, trying to reach a book from the top shelf. I walked over and said, "Do you need some help?" She looked down and smiled. "Yes, unless you enjoy watching people fall." I laughed. "I definitely don't." I took the book for her. She smiled. "Thank you." That simple moment became the beginning of something beautiful. Emma was kind. She listened when I talked. She remembered small things about me. If I had a bad day, she somehow knew. We started having coffee together, then dinner, then long walks. Slowly, Emma became an important part of my life. I loved being around her, and I thought maybe this is love. But there was something I hadn't told her. I was already seeing someone. Her name was Sophia. Sophia and I had been together for almost 4 years. We had a history. We had traveled together. We had met each other's families. We had talked about marriage. But something had changed between us. Our relationship had become quiet. We still cared about each other. But the excitement was gone. When I met Emma, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. I felt young again. I felt excited. And instead of ending my relationship with Sophia, I made the worst decision of my life. I tried to keep both women. Emma didn't know about Sophia. Sophia didn't know about Emma. I told myself I will make a decision soon, but soon became weeks, then months. And every time I looked at Emma, I thought I love her. Every time I looked at Sophia, I thought I can't leave her. I convinced myself that I was confused, but the truth was much simpler. I was selfish. One evening, Emma and I were sitting beside a river. She looked at me and asked, "Daniel, what are we?" I smiled. "What do you mean?" She looked nervous. "I mean, do you see a future with me?" I held her hand. "Yes." She smiled. "Really?" "Yes." She leaned her head on my shoulder. "I don't need anything expensive, Daniel," she whispered. "I just want honesty." Those words stayed with me, but I still didn't tell her the truth. A few weeks later, Sophia asked me the same question. "Daniel, when are we getting married?" I looked at her. "Why are you asking?" She smiled. "Because we have been together for 4 years. Then she held my hand. "I thought you were going to propose." My heart became heavy. I knew I couldn't keep lying forever. But instead of telling the truth, I said soon. Another lie. "But tell me, if you were in Daniel's position, what would you do? Would you choose the woman you had loved for years? Or the woman who made your heart feel alive again? Or would you be brave enough to tell both women the truth, even if it meant losing them?" One Saturday morning, everything changed. Emma called me. "Daniel, can we meet?" "Of course." Her voice sounded different. "What happened?" "I need to tell you something." We met at the same cafe where we had our first date. Emma was smiling. She looked nervous. Then she said, "I'm pregnant." I couldn't speak. For a moment, the whole world stopped. She reached for my hand. "I was scared to tell you." I looked at her. "You're sure?" She nodded. I'd never been more sure about anything. Then she smiled. "I thought you'd be happy." I was happy. But at the same time, I was terrified. because there was another woman in my life. And now my lies were no longer just hurting me, they were going to hurt two families. That night I went to see Sophia. I planned to tell her everything. But before I could speak, she handed me a small box. I bought this today. I opened it. Inside was a beautiful watch. She smiled. I thought you could wear it on our wedding day. My heart broke. I looked at her. Sophia. She smiled. What? I couldn't say it. Again, I stayed silent. 2 days later, the truth came out. Not because I confessed, but because Emma found Sophia's photograph in my car. She called me immediately. Daniel, who is she? I closed my eyes. I knew there was no escape. She is. My voice stopped. Emma understood. You have someone else? I couldn't answer. You told me I was the only woman in your life. I know. You told me you loved me. I do. She cried harder. Then why did you lie? I had no answer. That evening, Sophia also found out. She called me. Her voice was calm. Too calm. How long? I couldn't speak. How long have you been seeing her? 7 months. Then she said, 7 months? Yes. She laughed sadly. You know what hurts the most? I said nothing. You didn't fall in love with someone else. You lied to me while pretending everything was normal. Then she said something I'll never forget. You didn't have two loves, Daniel. You had two people who trusted you. And then she hung up. Emma left the city for a while. Sophia ended our relationship. And I was alone. For the first time, there were no messages, no calls, no one waiting for me. And I learned something from losing both of them. You can build real love with lies. You can say, I love you. You can make promises. Real love needs honesty. Real love needs respect. And most importantly, real love requires a choice. You can't keep two hearts safe while playing with both. Today, Emma was built a beautiful life for herself and her child. Sophie is happily married. And me, I'm still learning how to forgive myself. Not because I deserve another chance, but because I finally understand my mistake. Now tell me honestly, if someone truly loved two people at the same time but was honest with both from the beginning, do you think that can still be called real love? Or do you believe that true love means choosing one person and being completely loyal to them? What do you think? Tell me your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Samiha Storyland.